Hello friends, welcome to my channel and thanks for watching this video. Friends, in this video we are going to discuss about American Airline Groups, and this stock is literally in a slow death phase. I don't want to use this term, but this is how the stock is behaving, and it's literally painful to see how things are going on and what are the levels that this stock has actually broken down. And this is not just a nutcase kind of stock where people pumping and dumping the kind of shares. This is a well known, well discovered stock, and it has its own share in American economy. When these kind of shares goes down, it really pains a lot. It's not only about analyzing stock, but you must understand the actual implications of these kind of things. And if the stock falls down continuously for a publicly traded company, it definitely has a deep impact on the company. And in most cases, there are lots of companies which files for bankruptcy and as well. And the kind of I would rather say geopolitical crisis we are facing right now, because when I'm talking about airline companies, so obviously fuel has been included. It is one of the biggest component or the expenditure part, and if things will go on like this, the entire sector will feel the pain. It has been feeling it for the last 1 or 2 years, but it's going to increase over a period of time. And if stocks have high amount of debt, it's going to pile up more going forward. So let's just be very serious, and let us see what the chart is indicating for American Airlines Group. But before that, if you haven't yet subscribed my channel, just hit on the subscription button. Also hit on the notification bell along with the all button to get my updated video notification. Now what do we have here? Okay, what do we have here is the biggest question. So if you are looking at this stock, we have the data since 2014, and the stock has its big support in between 28 and 25 on the downside. It was your big support in the past, and then what has happened in 2020, that the support has broken down substantially, and the stock made new lows in between 10.82, 9.16, and you have 8.31. so these were your three new lows, and then a revival has started. People feel that it's one of the big correction that has to happen, has already happened, and things will go normal. But they are not, and some nutcracker things are happening, and they are happening for pathetic results. And it's not only impacting the top notch, but it is impacting the people who are living and earning on daily basis. So this is not at all right, and you can literally feel the impact in this particular sector. Basically airlines I'm talking about, where the stock crushed like anything, and your previous level has already been taken out. As you can see, 25 and 28 on the downside, and this is nothing much. And on the upside you have 57 and 59. Now the active range that we're going to look at is this one, this highlighted section, where on the downside you have 8.3, 9.16 and 10.82, and on the upside we have 22.9, we have 25.45, and we have 28.44. so these are going to be the three targets on the upside and three targets on the downside. Now what's the scenario, what will happen, or what is happening right now, and is there an indication of something good at least? So for that, if I may look at the indicators, they are not at all good. I mean, you can see a negative crossover that has already happened in MACD. The stochastic RSI is just crashing, and what we are looking here is the weekly chart. If you go to the monthly chart, you will see a negative divergence in the MACD if you are looking at the monthly chart, and so in the stochastic RSI. So the I would say the monthly chart indicators for monthly chart are even worse, because weekly chart indicators are completely dozed off after a very big crack. so it may not reflect that big downfall, but if you are looking at the monthly chart, it looks like it has just started again. So there is nothing called uh, at least a reaction that we can feel some relief as far as the trend is concerned, and which indicates that we are heading towards 10.8, 9.16 and 8.3. And let me tell you one thing very clearly. Just look at this trend and do not feel or do not hesitate to call it as a big downtrend as far as the chart is concerned. So that's the cruel part over here. As you can see, the stock has moving down quite seriously on the downside, and the pattern which we are looking here will be something like this. So 1, we are 2, and then 3, and we are here on the 4th move, and probably the 5th move will happen somewhere in the future. But right now, as you can see here, this is what and how the trend looks like. So what I'm trying to say here is, if the stock falls below 8.3 or $8 on the downside, the next support we have here is going to be 4.26. So you better be aware about the trend and as well as the price movement, because if things turn ugly and if you feel that it can probably be, the actual thing is it can really happen, and that's the bad part. So you need to be very cautious about the trend and the way the stock is moving and will probably move going forward, and do not think about some miracle and something eventually happen until and unless you are taking some big bold decisions which include fiscal and monetary policy changes by a lot. If there is no such indications which you are getting right now, do not have any single thought of entering in these kind of stocks which has been going down slowly but steadily on the downside. So this is the end of the video. Thanks for watching.